basically, it's kind of on the same lines of personal growth. It's like, okay, well, I want to improve myself this week. I want to be better at networking. I want to be better at remembering everyone's name. You know, I suck at names. And gladly today I remember 4 names. So basically, the idea is anything that you want to improve, there's an app for that. So basically, the idea is that I got this from a Dale Carnegie book, and the book is How to Win Friends and Influence People. And basically, it's like you can put in your task here, and this is the app, but it's kind of like impossible to see. But basically, you put your task in, and then you would write like what you did well, and then you would write the mistakes that you made, and then you would write how you might improve. So how you might do better next time. Maybe, you know, next time I'm going to link this person's name with what they do and form a story in my head, and that's how I can improve remembering names. And then you can have a goal. So this goal would be personal growth. So I'm going to tag it under my goal. And then maybe you could have like a quantitative goal right here. And then you would time it, so you'd have like a red and green, and then you would upload it. And it's kind of pretty simple. You're basically just monitoring your improvement, saying how I did well, where my mistakes were, and how I might improve next time, and just uploading it. And then you could, the idea is that you could go home at night at the end of the day and review it and say, okay, well, here's what I did well, here's where I made mistakes, and here's where I need to focus on improving. And kind of where you might be able to integrate it into your thing is maybe, you know, your thing could be very goal-oriented, and of course you could kind of like sync both, possibly, if we made them. But yeah, so let's get started.
How do you make money?
How do I make money?
Yeah.
So one of the ways to make money, well, I mean, to be honest, it'd be kind of like advertising, similar model is all I can think of. I mean, basically, you're asking how can I improve myself. There's tons of advertisements for, I know how I can improve your life. Let me show you. And you know, that would be the person buying the ad. Or I was thinking about making it a paid ad. Either or. Other questions?
How would you be able to, like, say I want to learn how to get better at remembering names, but I have no idea the better ways to improve myself. How would you have suggested or ways to suggest that, or suggest different ways to improve yourself that maybe I have no idea or no clue about?
Yeah, that's a really good point, a really good suggestion. I actually haven't thought of that. So one of the good things about this that I can think of off that idea is that because you're getting so many, like, if all of you used it, and since we're all creative geniuses right here, we can kind of crowdsource the beautiful ideas, and I'm sure there's not just me who wants to remember names better, there's other people, and we all have ideas and ways that we're doing it. Maybe we could have a suggesting feature. Maybe that could be like a pro, and that could be like the freemium model, where you upgrade to pro and we could have suggestions for that. It's a possibility.
Have you considered licensing any of the content from Tony Robbins or Dale Carnegie itself to, like, you know, just pull up data based on, you know, any keywords or tags so that, you know, it's all integrated into their systems?
That's a very good point as well. So would the idea basically be similar to that, where you're pulling up, you have all the data of Dale Carnegie's, all his personal growth tips, which he's like full of.
Decades of tones, yeah.
Yeah.
Different information there to be pulled. Just pull the keyword and
just
match
pull it
to that.
Yeah,
and
that's
sell it to Dale Carnegie.
Well, he's dead. But I think he's dead. But did you have another question?
Well, I was just going to say, like, building a sort of suggested model for things, you could then create a situation where, hey, I may not necessarily have anything that I want to improve, but I can be an expert and say, like, guys who want to, you know, learn how to be better, you know, get chicks, you know, pick up chicks. So you have tons of guys out there who are experts in picking up girls. They could essentially sell their knowledge and experience and advice, and you can create a sort of marketplace in your app that would suggest answers and ideas, and maybe you get a cut of whatever they're making.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I think that's a great idea because, yeah, there's tons of people saying, oh, I'm the guru at this, and then you can say, okay, well, sell it. And you can maybe have a marketplace on my website where it's like, or Weber's website where it's like, oh, if you're the guru, you know, have spots to input your ideas and your advice.
And also, if you're just building on that, if you've got people who say they have knowledge or expertise coming in, you could have sort of an Amazon or some sort of peer ranking system where if someone, you know, actually walks the walk, maybe they'll have 4.5 stars on there, and you can see how many like a Yelpy type thing. And that'll actually help sort of separate the wheat from the chaff in terms of who can actually do what they say they can do.
Man, you guys are good. Yeah, that's a really good one. So, let's get some co-founders.
Yeah, I was just curious. You showed just kind of, was that a quick sort of demo? Did you actually develop that yourself?
So I did this on Google's App Inventor, and then I've been working on a development thing as well, but it's not as pristine as the Google App Inventor as far as functionality.
Sure.
But it's working prototype. But yeah. Other questions? Come on. What do you guys think of it? How many people would use it if it were free? Okay. Okay. So we have maybe like 100 people, 40 people. Okay.
I have a critique.
Yeah.
I think my problem would be kind of like inputting stuff all the time and not getting kind of feedback immediately, and like kind of telling me, right now, am I improving? Am I not improving? I like his idea about point system. Where you can actually, I ticked in and my little point goes up, or just get that reinforcement of, I'm doing a good job, I'm doing a bad job.
Okay. So kind of, are you kind of like seconding this?
So I'm saying, yeah. So like the idea, what did you call it?
Maybe
External
you should
motivation.
get together.
Extrinsic motivation.
Trying to get that extrinsic motivation in there. So you got it up? What's up?
I didn't make it up. You could use it too.
One of the things I was thinking about on his, but it obviously ties into yours, is maybe tying in some sort of, not a point system, but almost like fantasy system where your friends maybe are gambling or betting on whether or not you maybe make certain goals, and
That's interesting.
That's
very interesting.
So it's like, oh, he didn't run 3 times this week, so his value went down a little bit, but I meditated 3 times this week, so mine went up a little bit.
That's a good idea.
So that way you get that camaraderie with your friends. Each can have their own different challenges, and then each kind of doing their own point system, but it all translates to points, right? And then everyone sets what maybe the value of those points are. Like, I'll bet you 10 points that you won't run 5 times this week, something like that.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I like that. It's good.
Is that real money?
Gambling level to it though, you might be more encouraged to cheat. So like when it just becomes more
That's
about,
true.
right?
I'm at 50 girls.
Who cares?
Right. And we know you're lying about that, but if we maybe when it stays friendly, you're more likely to be honest. I did meditate today, where you will take a versus having money.
Well, as long as people are using it.
That's good. That's good, Tom. Well, I mean, you want it to be genuine. I don't know. I mean, sorry, I'm a little stuffy, but yeah, that's it. I think one of the maybe counters to that was maybe people would be more honest if they're more intrinsically motivated. Because, for instance, me, I would never lie about getting 50 girls' numbers unless I'm going to win like $5,000. But because I really want to be honest with myself. So if you have an intrinsic motivation, you're probably not going to lie. But if you have that extrinsic, you have that kind of balance. So I mean, but yeah, as long as people are using it, I'm probably happy. But I mean, that's an interesting balance that you guys bring up.
Last question. What is some sort of a check-in feature where you can check in various different places so people can say, yes, he was there, he actually did.
So that's possible with like actually going to places. As far as meeting people, maybe you could like link it with the phone. Like how did someone actually have a number? Did they actually get a number? Is the name Priscilla? So it's good. Good feedback.